Hello lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe my channel. Dark forces are aligning against General Hospital's Sonny, but this isn't exactly a new scenario for the longtime crime boss. Unfortunately, when bad things happen in Sonny's vicinity, it tends to be others who wind up paying the price. As May sweeps kick into high gear, it looks as if history is poised to repeat itself, with Sonny managing to dodge a bullet, likely literally, and someone else winding up in the line of fire. The big difference this time, unless we miss our mark, and like professional hitman Jason, that rarely happens. The coming weeks will see this saga taking several tragic turns, impacting numerous people and putting at least one into an early grave. But who? For those who've missed some of the pieces which have recently fallen into place, let's back up a bit. We now know that Valentin and Jack, not John Brennan, are the guys behind Pikeman. Anna, too, has pretty much figured this out, and afraid she's too close to the primary suspect, asked Jason to help suss out the details. Unfortunately, by doing so, Anna played right into the latest deadly scheme being cooked up by the targets of her investigation. How? By giving them the idea to do away with Jason and frame his best bud Sonny for the crime, thus killing two birds with one stone. Sounds like a great plan, right? There's only one problem. We'd all know that General Hospital isn't about to kill off Jason yet again. Yes, killing Jason would play perfectly into those rumors about Steve Burton having only come back to General Hospital for a few weeks. But Burton himself shot those rumors down during an episode of the Daily Drama podcast he and Bradford Anderson host, regarding bogus reports that he'd be airing for 3 months, after which Jason would be killed. He laughed. It's a 2-year contract, and I'm not dying. Instead, as Sonny's behavior becomes increasingly erratic thanks to his meds having been messed with, we expect the consequences to hit much closer to home, and prove absolutely devastating to his extended family. Because over the past few weeks, it's become increasingly clear that the child Christina is carrying for Molly and TJ will wind up paying the ultimate price. Christina has long been one of her dad's biggest supporters, but the recent revelations about his having ordered Dex to kill Cyrus ripped the blinders from her eyes. Meanwhile, TJ has become increasingly convinced that he and Molly made a huge mistake in asking her sister to serve as their surrogate. In other words, the writing is on the wall, and it reads, in big, sad letters, "Ripe baby Corinthos." But the damage won't stop there, because sooner or later, Sonny is going to realize that Ava has been keeping quiet about his tampered with meds. Sure, his housemate has her reasons for not revealing what she knows, and some of them are even understandable. But when the consequences turn deadly, it's unlikely that anything she has to say will be able to penetrate the anger Sonny always feels when it comes to someone betraying him. It's also seeming increasingly likely that Valentin will wind up a victim of his own plotting. Longtime viewers will remember that even before the character was introduced, we were warned that Valentin was so terrifying that even the wicked Helena trembled at the mere mention of his name. But after an introduction which saw him holding hostages and shooting people, Valentin eventually mellowed to the point of becoming a love interest for Anna. Although some viewers claimed the Val as Pikeman twist made no sense given his transition into a kinder, softer Cassadine, we never forgot the way in which he was introduced. His recent decision to ship Charlotte off to boarding school seemed downright cold, what with her recently having been shot by his girlfriend, but may also have been setting the stage for something huge. If Valentin winds up being killed as a result of the plot against Sonny, it's easy to imagine a vengeance-seeking, and perhaps slightly SRS-ed, Charlotte returning to seek vengeance. One thing is for sure, the recently past April showers will bring May flowers. The only question is upon whose grave they'll be put.